Greetings, my dudes! Welcome back to another little discussion video. And today we are going to be talking about speedrunning, because that is on topic with GDQ going down right now over on Twitch. And honestly, it kind of got me thinking about speedrunning as a whole, going back to my youth and today, and pretty much everything in between. Since one of the games I do speedrun, which I don't do a lot of, but I do speedrun it every now and again, is Bayonetta 2. Lucky enough, this year we actually had a speedrun of it happening over on GDQ, and it really got me thinking about speedrunning as a whole, and how far we have come in it since, well, I get the early, 70s, 80s, when Activision kind of kicked it off, and then Doom kind of took it to the next level in a lot of ways. And honestly, just seeing how much B1 have truly grown, especially on the community side, may it be through GDQ or other like community groups that have come together to raise money for charity, and also the individual speedrunner who stream on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so on and so on. But my story with speedrun starts off pretty much in my mid-teenage year, back before PCs was everywhere. Every PC was a good $4,000 to $5,000, and I only ever knew one person that had a PC, at least while I was in school anyway. Starting off back then for me was the more late-ish 90s, with a lot of PS1 game with called Symphony of the Night, Metal Gear Solid, and especially a Resident Evil 3 for me. At the time, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know speedrunning was really a thing at that point. It was mainly me having way too much time on my hand, like any, teenager to young kids-ish. And honestly, with only being able to get 1 to 2 games a month, I kind of started replaying a lot of older games. Pretty much got very good at it and started beating them games very quickly, and in some cases multiple times within a day. Back then, it was a little bit of killing times, and in the case of Resident Evil 3, unlocking weapon, mercenary, clothes, all sorts of that stuff. Also known as the stuff that usually DLC nowadays. One sad tale for that. As I started getting a little bit older and actually got my very first PC in around 2005, 2006, and that is when it pretty much hit me that speedrunning is actually a thing a lot of people actually did back in them days. Honestly, a lot of that time period was, not exactly the best in some way. In some cases, I guess it kind of was. For anyone who was around at that time, you will remember that it was a little more, blunt, and also not as, killing in a lot of ways that B1s have turned into over the last, 20 or so years, with especially in the early 2000s being way more competitive, and also way more, did trust a lot of content, a lot of video, and then now you get into, tap bot stuff, or, tools-assisted speedruns. I ain't counting the hatred that came from back in the day, back when understanding really wasn't a thing, and also before speedrunner realized how they could use said tools and technique to actually become better at it. Which lead us into where we are nowadays, where a lot of speedrunner and a lot of community have come up through speedrunning. And honestly, don't get me wrong, we do have our competitiveness there, but it really feels like a much more of a community going for the greater good of beating game quickly, and then I ain't bringing in the such thing of say GDQ, RPG Limit Break, and all the other speedrunning events that happen to raise money for charity and other causes as well. And then we also get the whole rise of Twitch, Justin TV, Facebook, YouTube, insert all of the streaming / content creation side of speedrunning. And we start getting into a time period where I feel like speedrunning is more open, and at the same time more easier to get into, since there's just so much more techniques that can be learned, so much content that can be watched to understand, so many tools and hacks out there that can help. And then I ain't counting the fun that comes from actually working with other people to try to figure out how to break certain thing to, get them off anywhere from a minute to seconds. And then we are where we are right now with GDQ, pretty much, to my knowledge anyway, feel free to let me know in the comment, being the more, I get, well-known of speedrunning stuff and the speedrunning community as a whole, since you could easily say it, the quote-unquote Super Bowl of speedrunning, and even more so with GDQ weighing multiple $1 million a year. And I kind of feel like we are at, probably, the golden age of speedrunning right now. Because, honestly, now is, the time to get into speedrunning. I feel like if you have any interest at all, or also any nostalgia for any old game from your youth, I feel like at that point, any game you can think of pretty much have a community around it in some way. And so many items of information that could help, and also just the enjoyment that kind of comes from speedrunning as well. And pretty much what I am setting right now as someone who, in my later year, have focused mainly on Bayonetta 2 for my speedruns, it's still fascinating to watch the community and how far we have come, how everything have just grown, and hopefully for the better in so many ways. Don't get me wrong, we still have all disputes here and there, but for the most part, it is a good time to be a speedrunner. If you have never sat down and got into speedrunning at all, I recommend watching any of the GDQ stuff, which I will probably link in the cards above. If you haven't watched any of that stuff, and a lot of good stuff happening this year, especially this year. So with that, I kind of feel like this is a good time at speedrunner, a good time to be in the community, and honestly a good time to just go back and enjoy some game from your youth and see what holds up, and if your passion still lie with it, and if so, see what you can do. So with that is pretty much my speedrunning story of playing PS1 game, not realizing it at the time, and actually recording videos of myself on VHS of me doing it quickly, mainly so I could have something to watch in the background instead of playing the game over and over. But that's a whole nother little tangent, which we will probably get into at some point. So yeah, with that is my opinion. Let me know in the comment below how you feel about speedrunning. Are you a part of any community for speedrunning? Or are you just now getting into it, or having any interest at all? Let me know in the comment below. And of course, if you do want to come on over and see me do my Bayonetta speedrun every blue moon, feel free to come on over to twitch.tv/PonyShow, where I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And of course, if you want to check out anything else, such as Twitter, Patreon, all that jazz, we link in the comment below. And with that, hit that sub button, hit some more button, hit some bells. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what to do at that point, I hope. Then again, YouTube, man. I don't know. Either way, I'm out and about, and I will see you all in the comments. And someone making noise, and I don't know who, but someone did it. Holy shit. I don't know where he is! Oh god, he right behind us. Okay. Holy hell.